everybody. What's up, overcomers? How you are doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful time. Once again, I want to welcome you all to Overcomers Connects with AB and Beck. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started, folks. Today I'm going to be sharing some tips for those planning to travel back home. You know, it's this time of the year, it's that time of the year where people want to go back home and all that. So I just thought, okay, I think this is the right time. I want to share some tips on how to prepare and what to put into consideration if you're planning to embark on a journey back to Nigeria. Okay, I just want to be precise, back to Nigeria. So like I said, as the festive period draws near, lots of people from the diaspora, okay, will be traveling back to their birth countries to spend the holidays with their families, friends, and loved ones. Well, I know everybody's experience differs, okay? But it is important to know certain things before you embark on your journey back home, you know, especially at this time of the year. I know nobody, even as an African or even as a Nigerian, I know nobody is a novice to the happenings in Nigeria right now, you know? So maybe we want to ask ourselves and critically examine why we must travel to a place where even a little cut in your nails, your fingernails, can kill you. You know, maybe we have to examine and ask ourselves critically where, you know, you're going to a country where you are 24/7 watching your back from you for you not to be killed. You are going to a place where you are unable to dress freely as you would like to. It's not a place for vacation, you all know that. At this time, we all know that. Yeah, you don't go to Nigeria and you say, oh, after all the hustling and bustling in the West, let me go back to Nigeria and rest. It's not a place to rest, you know that. So maybe you want to ask yourself, why do you have to go to a place where you can't walk freely, where you can't dress the way you like? You cannot stay out late and then really enjoy the place, where all the basic amenities, the basic is inexistent. Huh? And sometimes you have to make sure you have enough cash at home in case you have some night visitors. You all know what I mean. The big boys, when they come visiting you at night, you know. So maybe you want to ask yourself, why do I need to travel to this place? What is really so important for me to put my life at risk to travel back home, especially during this festive period when you know a lot of things can go wrong? From friends and family members who are also waiting to betray you and send you to your early grave. You need to ask yourself, it's time for self-questioning. You need to question yourself, your motive of going there. Is it worth the risk you're going to take? Is it worth it? Anyways, like I said, everybody's experience differs. Traveling is an individual thing. Okay? I know my own experience. It wasn't good. And I'm not generalizing. Okay? That's why I said people's experience differs. But just knowing what is happening there, what that country entails, I just think if you want to embark on such a journey, there are things you have to be cognizant of. You really need to sit down and examine your trip. Critically question yourself, your motive of going there. Is it worth you taking the risk of you going there? And if your answer is yes, then this podcast today is for you. I'm going to be sharing a couple of tips you need to put into consideration if you need to travel back to Africa at this time of the year. Okay? So, first, enough funds. Okay? Do you have enough money in your pockets, in your bank account, or do you have wealthy family members, wealthy relatives who can intervene urgently in case of an emergency? My dear, 10 to 20 million naira in Nigeria's present economy we only cover first aid. First aid in case your health is in jeopardy, in case you run into unexpected difficulty with your health, or you fall into trouble unexpectedly. 10 to 20 million naira is just for first aid. The money is worthless. Okay? So do you have enough money in your pocket? Or you just want to take the trip and say, oh, I will just run there and run back? No, it is not a place you go just hoping, okay, everything is going to be fine. Anything can happen to you. You can just breathe in dust and you're dead. Okay? You can just breathe in dust and you're gone. So make sure you have enough money in your pocket before you embark in this journey, because you may want to consider that, because it's a risky journey. Okay? And the second tip I want to share: do you have health insurance, as in travel insurance? Do you have a health insurance? Did you insure your journey, as in your flight tickets? And if you have an insurance with your flight ticket, did you read the fine lines in the type of insurance you bought, so you can understand what that insurance covers? Anything can happen, I repeat. Okay? Like in my case, I left here healthy. I left Canada healthy without no health record. When I mean without no health record, I wasn't having anything I was sick for. Okay? But I went there and look at what happened. So I'm not saying that is your own case. I'm not saying, okay, that is what is going to happen to you. But you have to take, you have to take precaution. You have to be ready to make sure that you have an exit route in case something comes up. So do you have an insurance? The insurance you bought with your ticket. Did you read the fine lines to ask? Did you ask questions to know what that insurance covers in case of an emergency? Please read it if you bought one, okay? And make sure that that insurance covers air ambulance expenses and emergency rescue. Okay? Make sure emergency rescue is covered in that insurance in case of a real emergency, because nobody's going to come. You have to find your way to get yourself out of there and come back to the West. Okay? So please, even if the insurance turns out to be almost the same price with your flight ticket, please buy it for your own good. Okay? Because anything can happen. I can't stop emphasizing it. Immediately you step your leg into the airport, be prepared for anything and everything. Okay? I know people will say, oh, why are you flogging Nigerian situation? Why are you emphasizing it on what is going on in Nigeria? Oh, that is the truth. It is good for people to know. And it is good for the ones who already know, for you to remind them. So people don't just suffer all their life here and then decide to go home to spend time with their family and they don't come back. Our life here is worth something. Okay? it is enough that the diasporans, they are already here like sacrificial lamb for their families. Then to go home after all the suffering and just to go and die. So it's good to have somebody who can remind you. If you are taking that risk, examine yourself first and be prepared for anything that comes up. So please make sure you have an insurance. You read the prints on it. Make sure that it covers rescue, evacuation. Okay? Make sure it covers air ambulance in case of anything for you to get out of there. Okay? And then number 3, please trust no one. Okay? I know people will come again and say, oh, now you're trying to generalize. No. Trust nobody. Even your shadow. Don't trust your shadow, girl. Folks, don't trust your shadow. Once you step your leg there, don't trust anyone. I mean no one. Absolutely no one. Treat every human being you see there as a potential suspect, because as a diaspora and somebody coming from the diaspora, you are seen as fresh meat. You are seen as an ATM machine. Anybody could set you up for your sudden death, regardless of the relationship that person has with you. They don't know whether you have money or not. They don't know how you are managing here. They don't know how you even got your ticket to find yourself back. They don't know whether the shirt or the dress you are wearing, you only bought it because you are traveling, and that is not what you wear on your daily life when you are hustling here and working hard. So trust nobody. The 4th tip I want to share with you, folks: be wary too of spiritual fellows who pretend to know God. Those ones that comes in the name of Jesus, that comes in the name of Allah, that comes in the name of whatever thing they believe in. Be very wary of them. Okay? And the ones that come and say they can solve your problems. My dear, hell has been let loose in that country. Hell has been let loose. And the hunger that is going on in that place precipitates blatant robbery. As in koro robbery. They don't care. Okay? Religious fraud everywhere. People who claim to they can help you solve your problem. So be wary of them. They tell you they can do everything for you just to obtain you, to suck you dry and leave you high. Okay? Then remember, you have been gone for a while. You no longer belong in that society because you've not lived there for a while. You are a stranger. Whether it is difficult to say, it is difficult to hear all this, okay? But you are a stranger. That is not where you live 24/7. So you are a stranger there. Okay? People you know are no longer the same people you left. People you grew up with, they are no longer the same. People have moved on. Even family members have outgrown each other. Everybody now have a different mind. Distance have separated families. Distance have separated us all. And some people you used to know, they put their hands in different things just to survive. People no longer have the same love for you, the same love you feel for them. Don't forget, when you are coming from here, with everything we have experienced, with the environment we are coming from, the way we see people live, we now know life has value. We have more sympathy. We tend to sensitize with our people's problem. We go there with all the love in this world, but don't lose your guard, because you are not good. That love is not going to be reciprocated. It is not the way you feel people feel. Because you feel love does not mean others have to feel that same love towards you. People have moved on. It's been a long while you've been gone. The only connection between you and those people you left or you knew in the past is your ability to be able to support them. As long as that support is coming, the communication is fluid. That's the only connection. Don't think there's anything like love, emotional attachment, family attachment. They no longer have that for you. You are the one that is still dwelling and living in the past. So be very careful, because you are a stranger. Going to a strange land, even though you were born there, you no longer belong there. Okay? Be careful. Even your people from your own kindred, could use you as a sacrificial lamb for them to get rich. Please be precautious at all time. Another tip I want to mention here, I want to share with you. Do not mistakenly lose your guard. Please don't. Don't get overexcited and then for 1 minute, instead of looking this way, you're looking that way. You'll be gone. Don't lose your guard. Do not lose your guard. Remember, I already told you, be wary of people, trust no one. Don't lose your guard. What you drink, what you're going to eat, what you are wearing, where you are sleeping, the places you're going, when you talk on your phone, when you shake people's hands, when you embrace them, when you give them money, when you give them the clothes you brought there, they are taking it from you, your shoes, your personal items. Do not lose your guard, because it can come back to hurt you, and it will hurt you really bad. Oh, some will say, oh, so Nigeria is now a hammer house of horror. Oh, yes, it is. Even the people there, if you want to be reasonable, you know it is. You know it is survivor of the fittest, the way the place is now. So it's good to tell diasporans that are traveling to be wary where they are going. Okay? Another point is, please have it in mind that anything and everything can send you to your early grave. If the bad roads does not kill you, taking a plane, the intercity plane, can end you, because most of the time the noise from those planes is like they use bicycle spare parts to wage them. So better say your last prayer before embarking on it. Or if it's not the planes, the kidnappers will do their own. Hired killers will come. Henchmen, I don't know if those are still operating. The Boko Haram thing, we already know that. Every kind of evil, jealous people, jealous area people, community people, evil family members who don't want your progress. Okay? They will all do their own to put you down. So be careful. Mind what you do when you are there. Okay? Try to live low key. Don't make noise. Another point again I want to share is even the elders, even you see the elders of the night, they will also play their part. Don't think they only come face to face, that evil people come face to face these days. No. Because they know you when you go there, you try to avoid certain people. Oh, don't go to that house. Your family will tell you, don't go there, or your mom or somebody will say, avoid, don't give them money, give me the money so I can give to them. My dear, let me tell you, these people, these elders of the night, they don't operate like, oh, it has to be face to face again. No, they will send you telegraphic attacks, demonic missiles and arrows from any angle. So please, balm yourself up seriously before you show up, so you don't go down. Okay? Before you show up, make sure you balm yourself. When I mean balm yourself, whatever thing you believe in, make sure you are fortified. Make sure you are properly fortified. It might sound so rude, like, okay, oh, why is she talking about Nigeria? That is so obnoxious. Why is she bringing Nigerian down like that? No, my dear, that is the truth. Evil will come to want to embrace you. They will send things telegraphically. They will want to touch you, shake you, eye you down with their evil eyes. So please, make sure you are fortified. Wear the armor of God to protect yourself from head to toe. Don't go trusting. If not, you will be surprised. You will be very surprised. Okay? So make sure you balm yourself up seriously before you embark on that journey, before you show up, so they don't put you down. And also have it in mind that life has no value there. And that even a mouse, a mosquito, a rat like mouse have more value than a human being. Unfortunately, yes. Roaches have more value than a human being over there. So don't expect your life to have value when you go there. Don't think your life is more valuable than every Nigerian's life, everyday people life there. No, because you came from the diaspora, before you came from abroad. No, your life is not valued. Once you step your feet there, everybody is the same. So be wary of that, be cognizant of that. Okay? And then, another thing you have to put into consideration is, please consider your immigration status before leaving. When I mean consider your immigration status, do you have a passport from any Western country, or you are a permanent resident? Okay? You need to think about it, because there's a reason I'm saying that. Because when it happens, my dear, like Nigerians will say, when yawa gas, when it's set, the rescue treatment is very different if you have a resident permit or you have a passport. The rescue is different. So that's the reason I'm asking you, when you're going there, are you going there on a permanent resident and thinking, oh, we'll just go for 2 weeks and come back? That is not a place you go for 2 weeks. That is a place you get ready for war, for battle. It can happen even your first day there. It can happen even a month there. Do you have all the resources? Have you put into place the right mechanism of escape? Your exit route? Do you have all these things in place? Think about it. Are you a citizen? Have you nationalized where you are? Or you are going there with a permanent resident and a Nigerian passport? Think about it. Did you check your country's foreign affairs website on travel advisory? And then, did you check, in case something happened, what kind of support you can get over there? Or emergency? Because when my own happened, even as a Canadian citizen, there's a limit to what they can offer you there. They not send you to come Nigeria, not be then send you. So, my dear, even with the passport and my work here, I still have to push. I still had to push. So please, check that part of it. If you have a passport or you have a permanent resident, check the website. What and what your foreign affairs they can give to you when something happens. For example, you go to Nigeria, you're having a European passport, for example, or you're having an American or Canadian passport, or whatever Western world passport you're having, a British passport or whatever. Check in case emergency happen, what and what, where and where you need to call. Because when it happens, you cannot make those calls that time. You need to prepare before you go there. When you know that the place you are going is not safe, and anything can just happen to you. So you don't sit down and feel sorry for yourself and just look at yourself as you die. Ambulance is not coming. Nobody is coming. So check all those properly before you embark on the journey, okay? And then also have it in mind that there is no functional hospital in Nigeria. And some of the doctors can keep you in private clinics just to scam you of all your resources. Even if they know you cannot make it. Even if they know they cannot give you the care, the medical support that you require, and they know you are going to die, they will still keep you in the private hospital. Just to collect your money until you die. Okay? Again, have it in mind that all spaces where people dress as nurses and doctors are called hospital in Nigeria, even if they are just clinics. These places they call hospital, they don't have any resources even for first aid. They are not prepared to handle any emergency situation. So in case of any emergency, please just run fast to any teaching hospital, any government teaching hospital. Run fast to that place first. Don't even bother to go to any private hospital, because they will keep you there and you will die. Run to a government hospital first and see if you can get help. From there, you can now make the necessary transfer to the right place for treatment, as time is crucial. Okay? Time is very crucial. I don't know where these hospitals they get license from. Here, when you see a sign, hospital, you know, yes, you're going to a place where you can actually get medical support. Places where they can actually handle emergency situation. But Nigeria, a room where they just put a table, people are wearing a scrub and all that, they call it hospital. The time you will use to run to a real government hospital, even the one I'm saying real, has nothing. I was being carried with keke lapel as ambulance in the hospital, my people. Okay? As big as that teaching hospital is, they only have one ambulance that is functional. The rest, 2 or 3 keke lapel, they build it. That's where they will put you as an ambulance. Okay? So, don't even bother to run to private hospital first. Run to a government teaching hospital. From there, you can now make the proper arrangements on how to transfer to a private hospital where you really know, okay, this is Canadian trained, this is American trained, or from the diaspora, and this person has a hospital where they actually have the resources to give medical support. Okay? Also note that there is no ambulance for rescue. Okay, I already mentioned that, you know. And then I wanted to add that if you get a private ambulance, like when I was in Lagos, 2022, Just getting an ambulance from the island to the mainland, it was 150,000 to 200,000 just to take you to the mainland. Okay, that was 2022. That's why I told you 10 to 20 million naira in this present day Nigeria is only for first aid. So it's good you know all these things. So, and then another thing that will shock you, if you are even able to get into an ambulance in an emergency situation, the ambulance is blowing the siren and all that, my dear, cars don't give the right of way to an ambulance. They struggle with the ambulance. And guess what? In Lagos, you could be in the ambulance for 3-4 hours just like every other vehicle. Nobody gives you space. Ambulance will be taking one way. A car is coming from the ambulance, is going headway with the car. You think you are being rescued and you are in high risk inside the ambulance because another car can come and throw you into the lagoon. My dear, it is horrific, just to say the least. Nigeria is a case study. Okay? It's a case study. Nobody gives the right of way to an ambulance. Nobody. So, and then the ambulance is fighting just to rush you, struggling to pass through cars, vehicles. They are fighting for the right of the way on the road with an ambulance. So 3 hours you'll be in traffic trying to get to the hospital. How does that make sense? Somebody that is in an ambulance with the siren going on, you are trying to rescue somebody's life. Inside an ambulance, you are already there 3-4 hours. Before you get to the hospital, you gone. Have that in, put that into consideration. Be cognizant of that they don't give the right of way to the ambulance. Like here, when you hear the siren, everybody go one way, and the ambulance can rush you to the hospital in less than 5 minutes to save your life. And inside the ambulance, there's every resources you need, from oxygen to every first aid to get you there and keep you alive. They don't have it there, so be aware of it. And the road to even get to the hospital, I don't even have to flog this situation. I'm just reminding you guys, folks. I'm just reminding you. So if you want to embark on that journey, please, your life matters. After suffering here, after settling here, your life matters. So I don't want you to be in a situation where you feel sorry for yourself. You see that, yes, you're dying and help is not coming. So I just want to remind you, I know most of these things I'm saying, like I said before, we all already know. So I'm not trying to flog it. It's just a reminder. I'm emphasizing on it. I'm drawing your attention to it if maybe you forgot it. Okay? So that's about the ambulance. So the next point I want to share, those folks who are going to rent a place, folks who will be sleeping in a hotel, or people who will be buying a property to live, please, I can't emphasize it enough. Please be very mindful of the bed you sleep, even in the hotels. Be very mindful of the hotel you go to lodge. Be very mindful if you're buying a property. Be very, very, very mindful if you're renting a place. Okay? Be very mindful. For many people have been slaughtered thinking hotel was safer. They go into a hotel and the next day they are nowhere to be found. Be very careful. The hotels you lodge into. Many died renting houses built by ritualists and occultic people. Okay? So when people make this plenty money, where do you think they invest it on? Rare estates, baby. Rare estate. That's where they invest the money for. And then when they build these big and beautiful houses in expensive area, You want to go rent there because you say, oh, that place is safe. It's a gated community. It is safe. They have security gates. It is very safe. And who stays in those houses? You go there and your life never remains the same. That is if you come back alive. So please. And again, what do these people do again? They build hotels. So my people from the diaspora, be very wary, be very careful as you embark on your Christmas journey. Be very careful. The house you're going to rent, make sure you ask proper questions. Make sure you seek God's face. Make sure you check properly where you are going to lay your head every night to sleep. Okay, it's not like here you just check into a hotel, you're done. No. You must check under the bed and everywhere. Remember, be suspicious of everybody and everything. Okay, don't take anybody's word for it and say, oh, I trust this person. You will be killing yourself if you do that. Okay, so please make sure you go into a place, you lodge into a place, whether a house, a rented property, the one you are buying, whether a hotel, a friend's place, on their bed, whatever. Check properly so you don't go to the land of no return. Okay? Okay? Check before you leap, my dear. Then lastly, please, I want to emphasize this. Keep a low key and disguise. Do not let people know you came from abroad, as we'll call it there. Do not let them know you came from the West. Though they know, folks, they know. They already know with their 4 eyes when they see you, no matter how you try to disguise. No matter how you try to dress like the locals there. Okay? No matter how you try to behave, they know they can differentiate you from themselves. So, but it's all the same. Just play pretend. Okay? Talk less for your own survival. Talk less. Don't, if you have a billion, just don't let people know you even have a million. Be wise. Okay? Be wise. Okay? Be wise. And yeah. Enjoy your trip. Be careful. Eat all the goodies you can eat. Those ones you've not been able to get here. Be smart. Take good care of yourselves. Okay? And please make sure you come back alive. And come back healthy. Okay? Take good care of yourself, overcomers. Be kind to yourself. And be kind to others. May God bless you all. Protect you all as you embark in your journey for the Christmas. God bless you all. Please like, follow me, share, and subscribe. Until we see again, overcomers, have a good one. Oof, bye-bye.